All right, so here we go, y'all. Mike Pence, he's going all around the country, giving speeches and whatnot. This was with Yahoo News. He wants to be president. That's obvious. He wants to be president. His strategy appears to be, I'm like Donald Trump. I love our entire record and everything we did, but I just wouldn't have killed me. Wow. What a brilliant line you're taking there. So, Pence is going to talk a little bit about Social Security here, and he's a little out over his skis. Listen.
Men and women, 70% of what we spend at the national level is on entitlements. And the truth is, we've got to have a conversation. I was a part of it when George W. Bush proposed Social Security reform in 2005.
How'd that go?
The time has come for us to have the kind of leadership that says to everyone that's got hair the same color as me, nothing's going to change for you. But to give younger Americans better choices that would also be better for the country, I think is an idea whose time has come. I think it's absolutely essential that we generate leadership in this country that'll be straight with the American people, that will take us off this trajectory of massive debt that we're piling on the backs of those grandchildren, and says there's a way back. There are modest reforms in entitlements that can be done without disadvantaging anybody at the point of the need. And actually, I think the day could come when we can replace the New Deal with a better deal. Literally give younger Americans the ability to take a portion of their Social Security withholdings and put that into a private savings account that the government would oversee.
This is psycho. So what he's saying is end Social Security as we know it and get Wall Street involved. Invest that money. Okay, well, what happens in, say, 2008, in years like that? If you want to put all this in the market, what happens? Oh, that's right. An entire generation goes belly up. His real reason for wanting to do this, right? He's funded by these Wall Street goons, and he wants to pay them back for the campaign contributions they gave to him. So he wants to give them a cut of that sweet, sweet Social Security money. So he's doing this for profit for his donors. That's what this is. And he's bragging about being involved with George Bush's attempt to privatize Social Security. That is the last thing in the world anybody should be bragging about. First of all, it didn't work. It was a failure. Second of all, if it did work, you guys would be, the Republicans would have been absolutely, for a whole generation. This is like one of the few government programs where the public is like, don't you dare touch this thing. It's Social Security and it's Medicare. These are the most popular programs in the country. And he's out here saying we should end the New Deal and replace it with a better deal. Is that what he said? It was some language like that. Talking about ending the New Deal. This is like the one semblance of government that remains that everybody's like, this is awesome. We like this. And again, always notice their weasel talk about, oh man, 70% of the money in the budget all goes towards these entitlements. We got to do something about that. Not a word about the Pentagon being unable to account for 59% of their money. Trillions of dollars missing from the Pentagon. $7 trillion wasted in Iraq. $2 or $3 trillion wasted in Afghanistan. Nothing about that. He supported all of that stuff. But when it comes to entitlements, those got to be cut. Now, by the way, the reason it's called an entitlement program is because you are entitled to it because you paid into it your entire life. And so you're just getting back what you're owed. But he says, no, you paid in, and now we want to cut it off. Especially for young people, he says. Notice, he realizes, with older people, this ain't going to fly. So what does he say? People who have hair like mine, nothing's going to change for you. Nothing's going to change for you, but for the younger generation, yeah. These guys are crooks, man. They're crooks, and they want to destroy what remains of the social safety net in the U.S. The most popular programs, the most successful programs. We cut senior poverty from about 35% to about 10% as a result of Social Security, as a direct result of that. And now he says, I want to hand this over to my boys on Wall Street. Let them make a cut of it. And also, you might lose all your retirement money, but whoops, so be it. Man. Now, remember I said this is him getting out over his skis? Oh, he's out over his skis. Why do I say that? Because This isn't going to work, man. This isn't going to work, Mike. This is the part you say behind closed doors. This is not the part you say when you're running for office. Nobody's going to agree with you. Trump came out the other day and said, I'm not going to cut a penny from Social Security, and no Republican should vote to cut a penny for Social Security. And that's why he's back on his BS again, and he's probably the favorite. Because he at least has the common sense to say, why would I say cut one of the most popular government programs that there is? And by the way, don't buy this notion that, we have to do it. It's a matter of necessity. We need to reform it to save the program. Nonsense. They say it's going to go bankrupt. It's not going to go bankrupt. It's still going to pay out 77% of the benefits in the future. And so with minor changes like raising the cap on the tax, so basically you tax the wealthy more to fund it, then the program is funded as far as the eye can see. So anyway, there you have it. Mike Pence really, really missing the mark here. And I mean, he's at 9 or 10% in the polls. He's a solid third behind Trump and DeSantis, but the more he says stuff like this, the more he's going to plummet. If you want to see me and Crystal Ball interview legends like Noam Chomsky, Cornel West, and more, subscribe to Crystal Kyle and Friends on Substack. $5 a month gets you the video version a day early. Remember, we take 0 ad dollars for this podcast. Or you can sign up on Substack for free and get the audio version a day later. Link in the video description box below.